Recently, you might have seen this image. It shows what the end dimension actually looks like zoomed out. And when I first saw this, I thought it was very cool. So cool in fact that I wanted to reach the first ring in survival Minecraft, but someone else had already done that. So instead, I decided I was going to try speedrun it. The only issue is, I need to travel about 540,000 blocks. But we can worry about that later. First off, I need to start by beating the game. Ocean, I'll check for a shipwreck, why not? Now, I'm certainly not a great speedrunner by any means. I'm entering the nether here at just over 6 minutes. But that's alright, my end goal is to reach the first ring of the outer end islands in just under 10 hours. So losing a couple minutes here and there is alright, especially when I find the bastion pretty quick. Nice, it healed me all the way up. Saturation suspicious stew is the best. That's a bit of a tongue twister. Saturation suspicious stew, saturation suspicious stew. Wow, okay, actually a fair amount of gold down here, that's really nice. Okay, fortress is kind of close. 13 away. No, it's 12 away, even better. Okay, I'd like a little bit more obsidian, please. Surely there's some obsidian up in these top chests. Obsidian, not ideal. Yeah, we had all the resources except 20 obsidian. This means that instead of being able to use a second portal in the nether, we just have to hope that we get lucky with the first one. But before that, we still need to kill blazes. Eight rods. Let's hope I'm not underground. I probably will be because of this. I'm not. Nice. That's a bit of an angle change. 900 blocks away, that's not terrible. Oh, there's a village nearby, thank God. Wait, that village nearby is so clutch. Yeah, we're gonna go to the village. After a quick detour at the village, I found my way to the stronghold, but had a little bit of trouble trying to find the end portal. Where? There, nice. That took way too long. After finding the portal room, I just had to hit the one cycle. Nice. And I was done with stage 1 of the speedrun. Now, it's time to collect resources. And after doing a little bit of calculations, I figured I'll need about 230 gunpowder and about 230 paper. Now, paper is easy. I can just collect and grow sugarcane while I'm doing other tasks. But gunpowder is a little bit harder. I have two options for this, either make a creeper farm or get looting 3 and hunt creepers throughout the night. Now, both have their positives and negatives. For a creeper farm, once it's fully set up, I don't have to do anything at all to collect the gunpowder. The only issue is I need to spend the time both collecting the blocks to make it and actually making it first. And with looting, I get to spend a shorter amount of time actually setting it up to get the enchantment, but I do still have to actively spend time killing creepers once I do get looting. Now for this run, I ended up going with looting. I think if I had to collect maybe 500 or more gunpowder instead of just 230, I would have gone with a creeper farm, but for just 230, I don't think it's worth it building a creeper farm. So I began trading with a villager to try and get a looting 3 book. Hopefully this doesn't take 40 minutes like last time. Yes! Now to actually get the looting 3 book, I just had to do a little bit of trading before I could actually buy it and put it on my sword. Bang, looting 3 diamond sword, that is beautiful. But now that I have it, pretty much all of the RNG elements are out of the way for this challenge. During the night, I can now kill creepers for gunpowder, and during the day, I'll collect some sugarcane and trade for unbreaking books, which I'll use on my elytras. Oh, that hurt. Get me out of there. Nice, I'm gonna try and get as many of those as I can. And after about an hour and 20 minutes or 4 in-game days, I'd finally finished collecting all of my resources. And this meant it was finally time to start the final part of this challenge, traveling 540,000 blocks to the end rings. Alright, let's go. Let's get out of here. I think I've got everything I need. I'm just sending it. Yeah, let's go. Oh, I forgot to bring an ender pearl to throw. Come on, give me an end city. Yes, yes! Let's go! End city with an elytra straight away. That's beautiful. Oh, surely that works. Oh no. Ah, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Where's that gonna land, man? Yes! Oh my god, it worked. I threw the second one to land up there just after the bottom one landed. Yes, elytra! And now that I finally had my first elytra, I could start flying and picking up more along the way. We've only got about 500,000 blocks to go now. Here comes the real endurance part. Let's hope that I've worked out enough rockets. Okay, there's another elytra. And another one. Okay, I probably shouldn't do that. 1, if my game lags, I die. 2, it is definitely not the most optimal way to use my rockets, and I don't want to run out. And here we go, first elytra coming to an end. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I forgot that you can't just right click in 1.16. Oh my god, I almost just killed myself. I can't express how my heart just dropped out of my stomach. I've been playing too much of the recent versions where you can just right click and it auto swaps. I forgot you have to take it off. Okay, let's not do that again. And how far are we after 1 elytra? We're about 11k blocks out. Nice. Alright, let's... If I put 1 over top of it, does it keep me flying or do I need to restart flying? Let's get a little bit of height before we test this. Alright, let's try it. Okay, it does keep us flying. Okay, if we just replace it like that, we chill. That's very good to know. That's amazing, okay. Wait, what? Is this half a ship? Hello? What? I've never seen this before. It's just half a ship. That's so cool. What? Like if I just walk off the edge if I walk off, don't I? Yeah, it just doesn't exist. That's so cool. Okay, so I wasn't paying attention, but I've just made it past 100,000 blocks, about 1/5 of the way there, and we've gone through about 2.5 stacks of rockets, which I think means we should be alright. There we go, 180,000 blocks. That's pretty much exactly halfway to where the terrain generation stops. Only 180,000 more to go, and then only a big gap of the void to go. 200,000 blocks, let's go. Only another 300,000 to go. What? Whoa! I just went to land on that. What? Oh! There's an enemy after me. What is that? I went to land on it and just phased through it. Yeah, 206,000 blocks out, and I found just like an invisible cube. Look, I can just fly straight through it. What is that? I've never seen that before. Okay, I wasn't paying attention, but we're at 307,000 blocks now. just crossed the 300,000 block mark not too long ago. Oh man. Still got another 240-ish thousand, 220,000 left to go. At this point, I'd been flying in the end for about 6.5 hours, and to be honest, I was starting to get quite bored, and I still hadn't even made it to the start of the void yet, but that was all about to change. Okay, we're coming up on 370,000 blocks. The end should disappear, like, very soon. There we go, 370k. It shouldn't be too much further now. Is that it? Wait, is this it right here? I think it is. Oh my god. Oh, that's so cool. Wait, let me turn my render distance up. Look at that. It just comes to a complete stop. Wait a sec. Nothing but void in this direction for another 160-ish thousand blocks. That just feels so wrong. Enchant all of our elytras real quick. There we go. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. 9 hours and 31 minutes just to get to this point. I've still got another 170,000 blocks to go. Alright, so I think I have enough firework rockets. I'm not sure about the elytras. I'm very, very nervous about this. I'm really hoping that it makes it, but I'm not entirely sure if I'm being honest. For the next 170,000 blocks, it's nothing but me and the void. Behind me to see everything disappear. And there it goes. Nothing but me and the void. Oh man. Oh god. Now, while I'm flying across the void, I can't use the end islands to know when I have to use my rockets. But if I press F3 and G, I can turn on chunk borders. And the cool thing about chunk borders is they only go up to world height, so if I stay above that and only use my rockets once I start getting down to where the chunk border starts, I'll make sure that I don't accidentally fall into the void. Now, this was definitely the most boring part. At least when I was flying over the end islands, I was still going to end cities to kind of break up the flying a bit, but going over the void, it's just absolute nothingness. But I was still having fun. I was in a VC with one of my mates doing those like 2-second or like 5-second music quizzes.
Which part of the eye controls how much light enters?
The retina.
Cornelius.
Correct, yeah, the iris.
Oh, iris, okay. But after almost 12 hours in this world and almost 9 hours of flying, this finally happened. Oh! Wait, that's a fucking... oh my god, that's the edge of the void. That's the end islands are back. What? I thought it was 540,000. Wait, what? Oh my god, that caught me so off guard. Stop the timer. 11 hours, 48 minutes and 12 seconds. Wait, I've got to touch the ground. 11 hours, 48 minutes and 16 seconds. Oh my god, that gave us, like, me a heart attack just then. I was not ready for that at all. I finally made it across the void of the end island rings, and I actually still had over a stack of rockets left, so I could have definitely planned it a little bit better, and I definitely think sub 10 is possible, just beating the game a bit faster, getting better RNG with looting books and gunpowder drops, and overall just cleaner execution. But I'm not going to be the one to do that. This already took long enough for me. So I'll see you all next time. Oh, spider jockey.